This video is about common misperception of entrepreneurship. The first common misconception is that you have to kill yourself, that it's a race to death and it's about grinding and working hard at all hours of the day and being stressed out of your mind as you're trying to build your company. It's true that creating a startup and building a company, of course, requires hard work, as does many other jobs and positions. But it doesn't have to be an all-out fight. The thing that we often sort of say is, well, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Actually, that's not entirely true. It's more like a mud race, right? Or an obstacle course where you're trying to navigate the mud, the hills, the things that you have to crawl under and over to get around to get to the finish line. And anybody who's done any of those races knows that you actually need to take your time along the way in order to make sure that you can succeed and get to the end. And that's the same thing with building a new company. So that's the first misconception. Another misconception that I hear a lot is this idea that you have to raise money to be successful in building a startup. Again, some certain companies, you need a lot of money because you're essentially buying customers, right? You're buying market share in order to compete against an incumbent or others. So, but in many cases, you can actually bootstrap your way to it. So I've built stuff where I had an idea, I found a way to sell like a little bit of my time, a little bit of consulting as I developed the product. And then when the product was quasi-ready, then we started selling the product in market, learned, iterated, and eventually all our revenue was from that product. And we didn't take any investment in that journey. So it's possible to do without raising capital. And actually it's preferable because to many people, it doesn't give you the stress and this additional pressure from a group of people who are looking to get a return. So that's misconception number 2. And misconception number 3 is around whether or not you need a co-founder. Co-founders are great. They provide a greater level of stability, discussions. They also come with potential conflicts. But you can also do some of these things on your own. When you look at the data, the companies that typically succeed have a co-founder. So I'll do a video on how to find a co-founder and what to look for. But just know, even if you're on your own right now, get started, build what you want to build, see who you meet along the way. And I guarantee you at some point, you're going to meet somebody where like, this person complements my skill set perfectly. I want to have them as a co-founder in my business. So that was a short video on misconceptions of entrepreneurship. I hope you liked it. I do these when I get requests from people talking about certain topics. So if you have a topic or something you want me to elaborate on, let me know in the comments or come to my website, petersorgenfrei.com, and send me a note, and then I'll record something for you in the future.